Hi everyone, we've received quite a lot of inquiries lately about what materials to use for handmade face masks. There are obviously various factors which influence how good or bad a face mask works or doesn't work. There's some more information on our blog and our website, together with free resources to download from demos, instructions and patterns to help you make your own. We don't want to look at fitting, hygiene and sterilizing methods for this experiment. What we want to look purely with this experiment is breathability, absorption and filtration of any material you might use. We've done the experiment in a way that you can easily repeat that at home with any of the materials you have if you're not sure which one would be the better one to use. So we have a selection of woven and non-woven materials we've placed here. An old t-shirt, which is stretchy jersey, a cotton material, a tightly woven tea towel, cotton, a very loosely woven cotton, a muslin, neoprene, just your ordinary tissue, a dishcloth, which is a viscose material made from wood pulp, and a Hoover bag, which is an outer lining of paper-based and an inner lining. We have also covered little glasses with each of the materials and added some spice powder. So imagine the spice powder being the particles you would want to stop going through your face mask. May it be pollen, air pollution, or germs from yourself or from others. And what I've done in the middle is I've poured some clear water from the tap, which we're going to use our tester, and I'm going to pour water over all these materials. And the first thing I want you to look out for is how quickly or how slowly the water goes through. So this is the Hoover bag, the dishcloth, the tissue, trying not to make a mess here, the neoprene, the muslin, the tea towel, and the t-shirt. Now, I'm sure you can see that some materials that seem to run very quickly through. I think the quickest you could see was the muslin. It literally went straight through, as did the tissue. Other materials took a bit longer. The tea towel, for example, just drips. And I'm dripping here. Now, so what we can establish with that is we obviously don't want a material where things just go straight through. However, to answer the obvious question, why don't we just use waterproof materials so then nothing can go through? If someone, for example, sneezes on you, picture yourself and your nose and mouth area covered in cling film. How would you be able to take a breath in, and where would the moisture in your breath go if you breathe out? So what we need is a material which we can breathe through, but also which has some degree of absorbing moisture. Okay, now the second one, really important one, is how many particles does the material actually let through? If you look at the Hoover bag, the size of particles is measured in microns, and this double micro Hoover bag states that it can filter things down to a size of 5.0 microns. To check, I'm going to take off all these little bath caps, and then what we're going to do is we're going to compare the clarity of the water against our tester to see, are they all the same? Are there marked differences? Which will tell us something about what is called the filtration efficiency of materials, i.e. how easy or how many particles have gone through our materials. Right, okay, so I think if I move them a little bit closer to the tester, Now that obviously doesn't help that I've spilled something there. I'm just going to move these two so they're standing on the clear white fabric. Now, I think what becomes quite obvious is the worst is the muslin. You can see clear discoloration. Yeah, so a lot of the spice powder has actually just gone right through. If I compare this with the tea towel has just a tiny discoloration compared to the clear one. Don't know how clear you can see that to the camera, but you can always try it at home. And I found the best way to really check is when you then pour it into your white sink, you can really see whether the water looks slightly dirty or not. Now what that shows you is that some materials let loads more particles through than others, and you can't just say cotton is good or cotton is bad, for example, for a material, because both the muslin and the tea towel are cotton materials. So what we are recommending for face masks to use are tightly woven materials, and then to combine it with a non-woven filter which you slide into your mask and remove regularly and replace with a fresh one. Again, if you want more information or free instructions on how to make your mask, go to our website in the blog section. And I hope this made it much easier to visualize what you actually need to look out for when you're choosing materials to make a handmade mask.